Tom Thayer, the great Tom Thayer, is with us. Here's Shay Norton.
I'm so glad to have a former player in with us today to tell me if I'm
I
out of my
played Division III. All right, Shay.
That's enough, Kaplan.
Thank you.
Last night, if you watched the Patriots preseason game against the Eagles, Drake Maye got a lot of exposure and was really good. He had a deep ball throw to Javon Baker that was incredible. Jumped up in the pocket, slid left a little bit, evaded a pass rush, uncorked it. Baker dropped the pass, but the throw itself was amazing. It's got people wondering if Drake Maye should be the week 1 starter for the Patriots. I question it a little bit because you look at the Patriots' schedule, at Bengals, home against the Seahawks, at Jets, at Niners, and then the Dolphins before things start to lighten up the first 5 weeks.
That's 0-5.
If you're New England, aren't you better off letting Brissett wear the 0-5 and then you can start Drake Maye week 6, week 7, bring him in as the hero rather than start Drake Maye 0-5 and burn his confidence? I always think about Trevor Lawrence starting 0-4 with the Jags under Urban Meyer. Trevor Lawrence hasn't turned into the quarterback that we all thought he would be. I'm not saying that's why, but that's a tough way to start your career, no?
Tom?
I agree with you. I'm old school NFL quarterback development. If you don't have to play him immediately, don't play him. And, you know, whether you want to think about Peyton Manning throwing 27 or 28 interceptions his rookie year, or you want to think of a guy like Dan Marino not starting his first game. And then he eventually replaced the starting quarterback and carried the team after that. So if Drake Maye's got a lot of college experience, he's been around the block a couple times. However, I think when you get into that NFL quarterback play, you get into the abusive stadiums, you get into the cadence. To me, if you have the luxury of sitting Drake Maye for that a period of time until Jacoby Brissett wears out his welcome there, I agree with you guys. That's what I would do as well.
Yeah, we were having this debate before the show, Tom, with me, Abdalla, and Shay, and I'm with you. I'm more old school. Jordan Love has said, man, I didn't like sitting, but it was the best thing. Mahomes said, I couldn't read a defense. We didn't have to do that when I went to college at Texas Tech. It was the greatest to sit there. Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen. There are a bunch of dudes that said, boy, it really helps. I thought Justin was pushed in too quick. Mitch, Ryan Pace told me the day after the draft, he's not playing at all as a rookie. And, of course, 5 weeks in, bam, Monday Night Football. Go get him, big guy. I'm not saying he'd have made it, but they got away from their plan. I don't believe a guy should play unless he's ready to play.
I mean, I would start him because I don't think that the losing 5 games in a row, I mean, it's not like the only difference. I mean, listen, Trevor Lawrence won a national championship. Drake Maye played in North Carolina. Like, he's used to losing. Like, they weren't horrible, but it's not like he was in the national championship game and making college football playoffs.
But I would say, like, I've talked to people, and this is a big, Shay's talked to people moment. People that were in the North Carolina program have told me
sources.
The whole thing with Drake Maye not having help got in his head a little bit. He started hero balling at North Carolina. Yes. I don't want that to happen.
But is he going to have any more help week 6 than he is week 1?
No, but he'll have less pressure, I would assume.
I don't think there's any pressure. I think people believe that the Patriots are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. So, like, I don't think there is any pressure. You know, like Zach Wilson played with a really good defense. He had some weapons. He just couldn't do it. I think expectations are pretty realistic for the Patriots. I think that, no one thinks they're going to be great, especially after trading Judon and all the injuries that they've had leading into this season. I just think you should get as many live reps as possible. And starting, the record, if I was Gerard Mayo, I'd just be like, hey, man, just go out and get reps. Like, this is what it is. Don't focus. What did Saban say on Hard Knocks? The scoreboard only matters at the end of the game or whatever it is.
He said it's all about development.
Yeah, development.
What's the best for his development? I'm with Tom on this. Shay.
Story developing out of Los Angeles. Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh had apparently discussed hiring Colin Kaepernick as an assistant coach. Says that won't be happening anytime soon. His quote, I love Colin and always will. That gets conflated into he might play here or might coach here. I love Colin, but he's not going to be on the coaching staff. It's set for this year, and he's not going to be playing on the roster either. The report was that Harbaugh reached out to Kaepernick with an offer to make him an assistant coach. And I kind of just have a general question about this. Is Harbaugh running an NFL team or a country club? Because so far he's just loading up on his buddies at assistant. And I don't know that a lot of them make sense. Greg Roman to run the Kaepernick and Lamar offense for Justin Herbert, who just got out of a walking boot, doesn't seem like the greatest mesh. But him and Harbaugh are best buddies.
You know, I think that plantar fasciitis is going to have a lingering effect all year. I had it in one of my last years, and it was the worst pain that I ever played with in my career. So Justin Herbert is going to have a little bit of issues with escapability in that plantar fasciitis he's going to try to play with. You know, Colin Kaepernick, he's 36 years old, played 6 years in the NFL. He hasn't been around the NFL now for quite a while, and he doesn't know the language, the terminology. So what specifically is he going to coach? Is he going to try to coach technique and fundamentals of quarterback play to a guy like Justin Herbert? Because they don't have similar styles of play. And if Jim is doing a feel-good story, I can understand that because there's a lot of feel-good stories in coaching hires in the NFL, and I'm not opposed to it. But you don't want too many opinions in the coaching of a position to confuse the guy. And even last year in that interview with Justin Fields, when he said, I got a lot of different people in my head, then he had to go and retract that statement. So I think for the safety of Justin Herbert and his future, bringing in another voice that really is not familiar with the system yet could be a detriment more than a help.
Yeah, I agree with what you said there. The other thing is, Shay, some coaches vibe better with certain guys, and that means the staff becomes a better place to be. You can't just go get the smartest guy. It's got to be the right fit with the head coach. They've got to vibe. If they don't, it's not going to work.
I think Colin Kaepernick is perfectly suited for when flag football comes to the Olympics in 4 years in LA. That's what he'll be great for. Focus on that right now. Just we try to win a gold medal for the good old USA.
Playing or coaching?
No, playing. He said he wants to play. He wants to play in the flag football.
How old is this guy?
But you think
he's 36 right now.
36.
You think Patrick Mahomes is going to go out there and play for Team USA in flag football?
Probably not.
No, it's going to be guys like Jimmer Fredette was in the 3-on-3.
Caleb
in the
came
Olympics.
out the other day and said on Hard Knock, I want to be in the Olympics in 5 years.
Yeah, that's 4 years from now. He's probably going to be a $75 million quarterback at that point. They'll be working on their second Super Bowl. Let's just focus on that.
You know, a lot of these guys keep the dream alive for a long time. Because I was just reading a quote by Robert Griffith III saying that he still wants to be considered an active player and eligible to join a team. And, you know, that's just, you know, keeping hope alive, I guess.
Good. You know what? Tell RG3 and Kaepernick they can lead the Olympic flag football team in 2028.
Maybe my favorite NFL guard, Tom Thayer, will be playing.
Yeah, I could get in a stance. I couldn't get out of it.
That's what Waddle said. I go, could you go out and play one play? He goes, yeah, one play, and I'd be done. That'd be it.
You'll have a retired Keenan Allen by then, too, out there. Like, it'll be great.
Unbelievable. Jay, that we're done? All right, we're done. We're going to take calls, too, with Tom. We're going to talk football, what he saw yesterday between the Bears and Bengals. If you've got a question for Tom, 312-332-3776. We're talking Bears football